Game of Thrones was never just a television series. It was a living, breathing world of fire and ice, loyalty and betrayal, hope and heartbreak. For millions of fans, Westeros felt real because the people who brought it to life were real. They didn't just act, they gave their voices, their bodies, and pieces of their souls to this story. Time, however, spares no one. Some of these beloved actors have quietly passed away, leaving behind performances that still move us to tears. Their faces remain frozen in unforgettable scenes, their words echoing through memory. This is a tribute to the beloved Game of Thrones actors who have passed away and the legacy they left behind. Peter Vaughan brought unforgettable wisdom and quiet strength to Maester Aemon, the blind scholar of the Night's Watch. Born in Wem, Shropshire, England in 1923, he joined Game of Thrones in 2011 at 88. What made his performance especially heartbreaking was the truth behind it. Peter Vaughan was losing his eyesight in real life while portraying a man who had already lost his vision. His gentle guidance to Jon Snow and his calm acceptance of duty made him the moral heart of Castle Black. Off-screen, his life was filled with love and loss. After divorcing actress Billie Whitelaw, he found lasting companionship with Lilias Walker, who remained by his side until the end. He passed away in Mannings Heath, West Sussex, in 2016 at the age of 93. Ian Gelder portrayed Kevin Lannister, the quiet mind behind the ruthless power of House Lannister. Born in England in 1949, he joined Game of Thrones in 2011 at 62. Unlike his infamous brother Tywin Lannister, Kevin ruled with restraint and intelligence. His calm presence in the small council scenes showed that true power doesn't always need cruelty. Away from the cameras, Ian Gelder shared over 30 years of love with fellow actor Ben Daniels, a relationship built on devotion and mutual respect. In his final months, he bravely battled bile duct cancer. He passed away in 2024 at the age of 75, leaving behind a legacy of dignity and quiet strength. Roy Dotrice terrified audiences as Hallyne the Pyromancer, the man obsessed with wildfire during the Battle of Blackwater. Born in Guernsey, Channel Islands in 1923, he joined the show in 2012 at 89 years old. His eerie voice and unhinged devotion to fire made the danger feel real. Beyond the screen, Roy Dotrice was a legendary storyteller who narrated the audiobooks of A Song of Ice and Fire, becoming the voice of Westeros itself for countless fans. He was married to actress Kay Newman for decades before her passing. Roy Dotrice died in London, England in 2017 at the age of 94, but his voice continues to echo through the world he helped create. Wilko Johnson delivered one of the most haunting performances in television history as Sir Ilan Payne, the silent executioner of King's Landing. Born in Canvey Island, Essex, England in 1947, he appeared in Game of Thrones in 2011 at 64. Without a single line of dialogue, his cold stare during Ned Stark's execution burned into the memory of viewers forever. Off-screen, Wilko Johnson endured immense personal loss, including the death of his wife, Irene Knight, from cancer. Later diagnosed with terminal pancreatic cancer himself, he refused chemotherapy and lived far longer than doctors expected. He passed away in 2022 at the age of 75, remembered for his resilience and haunting presence. Dahl brought tragic dignity to Rickard Stark, the proud Northern Lord burned alive by the Mad King. Born in Sauchie, Clackmannanshire, Scotland in 1953, his role was brief
but unforgettable. His death became the emotional spark that ignited the long and painful journey of House Stark. Jon Stall battled a prolonged illness later in life and passed away on the Isle of Lewis, Scotland, in 2022 at the age of 68. His sacrifice remains a cornerstone of the Stark legacy. Max von Sydow embodied ancient wisdom as the three-eyed raven, guiding Bran Stark through time and memory. Born in Lund, Sweden in 1929, he joined Game of Thrones in 2016 at 86. With his deep voice and commanding presence beneath the weirwood tree, he transformed the role into a symbol of eternal knowledge. After a legendary career spanning decades and continents, Max von Sydow passed away in Provence, France, in 2020 at the age of 90, leaving behind a legacy that transcends generations. Margaret John became the soul of the North as Old Nan, the storyteller of Winterfell. Born in Swansea, Wales in 1926, she joined Game of Thrones in 2011 at 84. Her slow, haunting tales of the Long Night gave depth and history to the world of Westeros. Widowed decades earlier, she lived quietly until her sudden passing in 2011, just weeks after the show premiered. Her voice remains inseparable from the ancient heart of the North. Darren Kent delivered one of the most emotionally devastating performances in the series as the grieving father who confronts Daenerys Targaryen. Born in Essex, England in 1987, he appeared in Game of Thrones in 2014. His silent pain as he presented his daughter's burned remains broke the hearts of viewers worldwide. Behind the scenes, Darren Kent battled chronic illness for many years. He passed away in 2023 at the age of 36, leaving behind a moment of pure, unforgettable sorrow. Bart the Bear, too, became a legend through the brutal bear pit scene with Brienne of Tarth in Game of Thrones. Born in Paxton, Alaska in 2000, he appeared on the series in 2013. Trained by Doug and Lynn Seuss, his sheer power brought terrifying realism to Westeros. Bart passed away in Heber City, Utah in 2021 at age 21, proving even animals became unforgettable parts of the saga. Kit Harington, born in London in 1986, joined Game of Thrones in 2011 as Jon Snow. His journey from a Night's Watch recruit to a leader against the White Walkers became the emotional backbone of the series. Married to Rose Leslie, he remains active in acting. Sophie Turner joined the show at 15, transforming Sansa Stark from innocence to strength. Peter Dinklage redefined television as Tyrion Lannister, becoming the show's moral and emotional core. Emilia Clarke embodied fire, destiny, and heartbreak as Daenerys Targaryen, the mother of dragons. Born in London, England in 1986, she joined Game of Thrones at just 25 years old and carried one of the heaviest roles in television history. While the world watched her command dragons and armies, Emilia was fighting a hidden battle of her own. She survived 2 life-threatening brain aneurysms during the early years of the show, enduring surgeries and recovery in silence. That real-life struggle made her performance even more powerful, as her strength off-screen mirrored Daenerys' resilience on-screen. Today, she continues acting and leads her charity, Same You, helping people recover from brain injuries. Gwendolyn Christie, Liam Cunningham, Maisie Williams, and Lena Headey also remain enduring symbols of Game of Thrones, carrying its legacy forward through their continued work, influence, and unforgettable impact on television history. Game of Thrones taught us that power fades, crowns fall, and death comes for everyone, but stories live forever. These actors gave more than performances. They gave pieces of their lives to Westeros. Though some are gone, their legacy still lives in every scene and every memory. If this tribute moved you, please like, share, and subscribe to honor them and keep these stories alive.